Hey everyone, this is Tracy with Color Me This. Today is episode 398. I am doing an anniversary video. It is March 15th. I will have pre-filmed this because I'm actually on vacation in North Carolina for the week. But March 15th, according to my Small Victories book, was the day I began coloring in the Small Victories coloring book. I colored 4 to 6 times a week. My goal was to take on the challenge my husband gave to me of actually coloring in coloring books. So what I did do, I bought this book and started coloring in it. I'm going to go up a little bit here. Going through using all of my pencil sets, of which I owned at the time 27 sets when I first started. I had a couple of watercolor, a watercolor and an India ink water activated pencil set, but I didn't use those initially. But I did rotate through my budget, mid-range, and professional dry pencils. Didn't do really a lot of backgrounds or anything. Still don't do a ton of backgrounds. I use some Posca and Jelly Roll and do some white acrylic marker accents. I do some metallic, but for the most part, it is all about colored pencils. That is my jam. I did start out my coloring journey many years ago with Copic markers. So fairly soon after I worked in Small Victories, I decided I was ready to embark on full-size coloring book coloring. So I already had a single copy of Romantic Country, and I started coloring in Romantic Country. I think I've done 4 or 5 pages in here now. The very first one was the library page. That was awfully fun. I used Artex. And then on the back here is the garden shelves done with the Brutfuner squares. I think I have also done the camping page, and this was Black Widow. Then I further got brave and I purchased I did a pre-release purchase of Magical Worlds. So, I don't even have Magical Worlds out. I'm going to get it. I only own 1 copy of Magical Worlds, but because I got it on a pre-release, I could not resist. And I have colored, I think, 5 pages in here. My most recent being this page. Look, I'm still not out far enough for it because it's so big. All right, so I've done that page. The pumpkin page at very appropriately at Halloween. And the this page was done with the Brutfuner 520 flower boxes. This was done with Polychromos. I like to do polls and have you guys help choose which sets, because unlike Small Victories where I preset the rules going through the book start to finish, rotating through all of my sets, and I'm on rotation number 8. The first 4-ish rotations was alphabetical, and then I set up an Excel spreadsheet to do a random generator, and by that time I was up to, I think, 35 sets of pencils because I incorporated a couple of new sets as well as my Albrecht Dürer watercolor and Derwent Inktense. So Brownie, as Dan from Italy has named this fine owl, was colored with Artex. The hummingbird was the Brutfuner 520. It is, I think the Brutfuner 520 right now is my favorite budget set. I just really, really like it a lot. And then I did watercolor. This is Albrecht Dürer on the top and Derwent Inktense on the bottom. I still owe one last. So my mom is the one who chose the 4 images colored. The turtle was her fifth one. I skipped the turtle because I wanted to do a seasonal one, and I could have done him as a winter, but he's got flowers. So I did the hot air balloon as my winter project. I like to color seasonally. So small victories, my goal was to finish small victories by the 15th of March. But due to forces working against me, I'm not quite going to make it. I have filmed all of next week because I didn't want to skip the week. I also didn't skip the week that my husband's sister and her daughter were here. I pre-filmed that as well. So they're the first 2 times I've ever pre-filmed, because the daily color is as it says. I color real time and immediately put the episode up. But I'm willing to break the rules to be able to get this book done. So right now I'm on schedule to have the book finished by April 5th, I believe. So by now, when you are watching this video, I will have finished the vacation week's episodes. So I'm not sharing with you the previous page, because that's all these 2 pages are all related to the videos you will have just watched. So I don't want to do any spoilers in case something gets messed up. But when I get back, I have this wonderful page of jars, flowers, butterflies, mushrooms, and I will be doing 1 set per little image. So when I do these, they're a bit of a gauntlet. They require a lot of planning. So I am up for the challenge of planning that out for you guys when I get back. I then have 2 dragons to do. While I'm gone, I'm going to be bringing with me this book and some markers, black, white, Posca Jelly Roll, the Linguo gel pens, silver gold, and I'm going to do maybe some embellishing of previous pages, as well as fill in the black for this page to get it ready. I do have the possibility of making the blacks in between each of the floral elements so that this page is ready to go. It's going to take longer. The diamonds have a lot of empty space, but these will take time. So if I can do anything to prep these pages to make everything go faster, I will. We have the mandalas. I'm not sure that I would want to fill in. I might just leave those white. We have the narwhal. The end. Can you believe it? And then I have filled in. This was done when I first bought Holbein's, and I still have that. I will probably color this at the same time as I do the end, as kind of the closing episode for the finishing up of small victories. I have focused this year in 2025 in small victories. So now I want to talk about what's going to happen going forward after I finish small victories. I have already discussed adding Fragile World to my rotation. I have this disc-bound version as well as a bound version. The bound version was a version that was given to me as a gift in 2000, whatever year this came out, like 2015. And the only way I've ever colored in this book is making copies on my copier, so I end up with an 8.5 by 11, so it's just a subset of the page. So I've chosen this disc-bound version so that I can tear out a page that I want to color. And I'm pretty excited about exploring coloring these big pages where I don't have to deal with the spine. So that's going to be fun. I will still be coloring in Magical Worlds. I have 2 copies of Secret Garden. And this particular copy, I don't even know if it's... So everything that I buy pretty much is used. Though Secret Garden, this might be my fresh copy. See these? These are ancient tabs. And so this probably came, and I need to go through the other copy. I would prefer to color in the version that has been colored in, and then have a virgin clean copy that I can use to reference as I need to. And then I just last week purchased a used copy of the Time Chamber. This is a used copy that I purchased in a bundle, a huge lot. And it has not been colored in, so I now have a backup because I really love Daria Song's style. I thought about getting all 3 of her books, and I thought, nope, I only need so many coloring books. I already have plenty. So instead, I just got another used copy for right around $6 from Amazon. And it is in here. I haven't even opened it yet. I'm going to wait to open it with you guys when I return from my vacation. And I do have, I've talked about it, because of the winter time here in Florida is different because I live in an RV resort, so it is very much the high season, and we have family and friends visiting. We have my mom who just moved in, and this trip is going to be like the end of my winter season activities. My coloring group is the most active in the winter, and I have a big raffle event at the end of when I return, actually. I will have that to finish up, and then I will have way more time on my hands. I've been talking to you guys about memberships because I don't want there to be any surprises. And I have been working on the content. I plan on having, when it does launch, which will probably be in April now, I will have all of the episodes for the Daily Color merged into these large streams, as I call them, with added imagery of the pages, and if it has multiple images, I'll try to do close-ups, as well as my planning document, and, you know, like a rating, any of my thoughts. I'm trying to keep better notes about the pencils that I use. So then from there, once I get caught up with all of that and then it goes live, I will be working backward in time, providing additional streams from hopefully eventually all of the pages in the entire book will be streamed as, so there'll be 82 episodes because there's 82 images in the Small Victories. But my focus will be on the magical worlds first. Then I will start working on the Small Victories. Now, the last Daily Color, I like the idea of having small images. So what I have, thanks to Hub, I do have Joanna Basford's 2025 planning calendar, and I've been using it for my monthly reviews, and I track with you guys. When I do my video, I have what I do each day. I am now doing 4 daily colors a week. I find this winter things got really hectic, and Hub kind of said, you know, you need to back off a little bit. So you're going to find me doing about 4 daily color episodes a week. Those are like a 45-minute, very unscripted, natural coloring with me talking about my pencils, going through a rotation of pencils, so you should see them equally used. I try to stick with the order of the random number generator, but I have done some swapping. If I have a very small pastel set and it's a full-size page, I typically will want to use a different set. So I do allow myself to swap in and out. So there's these images. I think there's 52 weeks worth of images plus some extras. So once I'm finished with Small Victories, I'm not really on the hunt for another small book. I've actually tried and I wasn't very successful. So I think this is my best option to do daily colors when I'm not working on a large project. I like to rotate between them. And you'll see that some of the images, this is like a compilation of images from a variety of books, and here is one that is from Small Victories. So I will not be coloring this page, and I probably will go start to finish. This page I've not seen before. It's in another book, so I will definitely pick up doing that one. I think at the very beginning is a flower circle. I'm not sure. This kind of looks familiar, but I'm not sure, so we'll see where I end up starting. But I like the idea of the easy structure, start to finish, so that I don't have to sit and struggle with what I'm going to do next. And then I will involve you guys in making the choices that I have always involved you guys in with these larger books, where I give you 3 different pages to choose from that I know I would like to color, and then I narrow down 3 different sets. So we're going to continue that. And that is pretty much what the daily color is going to look like and what memberships will look like. There's going to be more perks for memberships in addition to the fact that I've streamed and bundled all of these pages into single videos that are going to be super long. But I think that it will help me and it will help you guys. I'm finding it really hard to get through and find my videos because I have made so many of them. Being that I'm on episode 398, it's kind of crazy to think. So I want to thank you all for joining me on this journey. I hope you enjoy the content. Feel free to leave comments if there's anything you would like to see changed about the content that I provide. Even if it's something that like I will look at it and go, well, I don't want to publish that, but I will read it and I will take it to heart because I do want to make this content good for you as well as it is good for me. I want to make it very productive for everybody. So do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, consider subscribing. And the next time you see me will be for yet another daily color. I hope to see you there.